Hey ladies, it's Lindsay again, and I'm coming at you with another sneak peek video today to talk about the 3 vital behaviors of a Beachbody coach. When I first got started as a coach, I remember hearing the term vital behaviors and kind of laughed to myself thinking that these were probably just guidelines for my life and for my business as a coach, but I ended up quickly realizing that these were coined vital for a reason, because without them, our credibility and our businesses can just really kind of crash and burn. These are so important. So let me go ahead and dive right into them. The first vital behavior is being proof of the products. We are part of a fitness, weight loss, nutrition brand. And I know I kind of hate actually saying that we're part of a brand because this so easily just becomes a lifestyle for all of us. But because we're partnered with Beachbody, we are essentially part of a brand. So if you are not actually working on yourself and utilizing these products and experiencing some sort of change from the inside out on some level, not meaning that you're constantly having to work on six pack, abs or whatever. But if you're just not trying to constantly improve and just be the best version of yourself, then why would someone else want to join you? You have to ask yourself that. If you're portraying inactivity, negativity, and talking about how crummy that you feel on a day-to-day basis, then, if I were somebody on social media, I wouldn't want to buy into that. And I don't think you would either. So it's really important to be proof of the products. And you do that by using them and then just sharing them on a day-to-day basis, not just sharing and plugging, Shakeology, insanity, but sharing things like how being active benefits your life and your mindset, and how nutrition, healthy nutrition, has improved your digestion, and how Shakeology has helped with gut health and your mental clarity, and has helped you cope with stress and maybe emotional eating, just things like that. Sharing stuff like that. It's not having to share, a bunch of taglines. It's really just sharing your life and how these tools are impacting your life with other people. When we share our life and how these products impact them, we build credibility and we establish ourselves as a resource for people. And that won't necessarily happen overnight, where you start sharing all this stuff and then all of a sudden everyone comes flocking to you. That doesn't happen. But when you're consistent with this, you will be surprised in time how when people realize that they're struggling with one of those things, whether that be fitness or nutrition or whatever, or accountability, consistency, they will remember you as a resource and then come to you because you've been sharing your life with them. Okay, so you've got to be proof that the products work if you want to build a very credible business with integrity. The second vital behavior is personal development, which I can tell you when I was a new coach, I didn't see the value in this. And this was definitely something that was kind of on my daily checklist that I would either avoid because I just didn't really see the need for it, or I would just kind of go through the motions getting it done. And I think that the longer you're a coach, you really do grasp the value of personal development. But it just wasn't really a part of my life before, so it took me some time to make it a daily discipline. And there are even times now that I have to just remind myself of the importance. And then when I get back into the swing of things, I kind of want to kick myself for having just veered off course. But let me explain what personal development is, because if you're like me, you haven't really heard of this before. Now, I love the Lord. I loved the Lord when I was a new coach. Granted, I was pretty off track then with my priorities, but I knew that I needed to get back to it. So as a new coach, I was doing a daily devotional. And at the time, that was really my personal development. And now I continue with my daily devotionals, and if there's a Bible study book that I'm reading. But I use my personal development as a way to, improve on certain areas of my life that I feel like I want to sharpen or grow in. So it's actually a way that we identify maybe some shortcomings in our lives or places that we would really like to create strength in, and we attack those with personal development, and it's part of our job. Beachbody is so much about a healthy mind and body, even though the name itself, Beachbody, can sometimes come off a little bit superficial, like we're just focused on the physical. But the more that you get to know this company, the more you realize that they are an advocate of the total package and how one really does affect the other, and how true wellness is both mind and body. So that's why they are such an advocate of personal development with coaches, and they consider it such a vital behavior. Personal development can be books about, a lot of different things, really, or it doesn't even have to be a book. If you're not a reader, that's okay. I know that I personally am not a huge reader. I've actually taken advantage of audiobooks and podcasts in the past because I'm a multitasker. But just to give you an idea of different personal development ideas, when you're first getting started, these could be resources about leadership and business or social media, clean eating. It could be about parenting or building relationships. Essentially anything that is going to educate, grow, or edify you so that you can be your best and share that with other people. That is personal development. It's something that gets you inspired and helps you grow, and then in turn pay it forward to other people. Personal development really does help us overcome all of the limitations that we put on ourselves and silence our fears. So it's very important, and I'm so proud to be partnered with a company that believes that taking care of our mind is just as important as taking care of our body. Okay, the third vital behavior is invite, invite, invite. And they say it 3 times for a reason, because clearly it's important. Now, your first thoughts are probably mine, and you're thinking, great. This is the part that I am kind of dreading. But I want to take that away from you for a minute and just kind of talk about inviting and what it is and why it's important. So there are many different ways that you can be inviting people. You're going to be using multiple methods of invitation as a Beachbody coach. This could be public posts inviting people. These could be one-on-one messages, just various posts on social media in general. This could be a face-to-face conversation. Whatever the case is, you'll figure out what areas you're strong in terms of these invitations, and then you'll grow in some, because maybe you need to, honestly work on all of those, especially me. I was uncomfortable with all methods of invitation in the beginning, and it became a skill that I improved upon as I grew in confidence and did personal development and things like that. But I want you to realize that with this inviting, that you're not pressuring and pestering someone into a sale. That's not what we're doing. And I hope that by now, with the video that you listened to prior, and then hopefully the coaches that you have been watching prior to joining this group, that you realize that we are simply people that are offering a top shelf solution to real life problems. Beachbody hasn't just created products that are going to help people get quick fixes that end up not being a long-term solution. Otherwise, our company would not be as successful as it is. And I hope that you've done your research about Beachbody, and if you haven't yet, I encourage you to do it so that you are educated on who we are and how long we've been around. But Beachbody has created household products where people hear the name Insanity and P90X and it means something to them. They may not know what Beachbody is or know the names of the trainers, but they hear products like that and they know what it is. And sometimes people will kind of like begrudgingly say, oh yeah, that P90X program. And usually it's because they're intimidated from results that they've seen from somebody else and they don't believe that they can probably achieve the same, or they're skeptical on some level. But regardless, people know these names, guys, because they actually work. These are real solutions that have proven themselves over the course of time. So you need to remember that when you are inviting people, you need to be fueled with that confidence, knowing that you truly are offering a solution. As coaches, we develop listening skills on a day-to-day basis. We start listening to people, whether we're out and about and we hear conversations or we're on social media. Sometimes people won't blatantly say what their needs are, but they will talk about their lifestyles and they will talk about their struggles. And we get to learn to listen to those and identify where people have needs where we can offer a solution. And when you start to look at inviting in that light, it takes some of the pressure off and really does fuel you with the confidence knowing that while the vital behavior is invite, 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 in actuality, it's really help, help, help. So you are going to get to know people and you're going to build relationships with them and ask them a lot of questions about their life so that you can in turn identify needs where you can meet them with solutions. And that need isn't always going to be weight loss. It could be community and support, or it could be consistency, or having a simple solution to fitness for a busy lifestyle. Don't feel like you only have to identify and invite people that need to lose weight. That is not the case. That is just a drop in the bucket. Granted, it plays a huge role in our mission as coaches to end the trend of obesity, but that just really scratches the surface of people that we're actually able to help. So inviting is huge, and it is a skill that you will hone in on over time. We don't just join and are naturally good at inviting. Some people are, and that's great, but most of us have to work on it. And so that is okay if maybe that's you. I want to challenge you for the rest of the week to start listening like a coach. Start listening to people's needs in conversation. And you don't have to offer them, a solution with Beachbody right away, but just start to listen to those. It's a great habit to build just in general, but it also makes a really wonderful coach. So those are the 3 vital behaviors, and if you have any questions about them, you can post them below, guys, but they are super simple, but boy, are they vital for a reason. So that is being proof of the products, personal development, and invite, invite, invite.